It's the biggest week in Hong Kong for Group 1's international meeting, of course, and it is stacked with quality. The World Pools will be in full swing, and like every year, a strong local contingent will be looking to hold off the international raiders. The first race we'll have a look at is the Hong Kong Cup over the 2,000 metres. Now, Romantic Warrior, he is the hope of the locals, isn't he? They absolutely adore him, and rightly so. So James McDonald has a terrific affinity with this horse. He certainly holds a soft spot in James's heart, speaking to him throughout the week. So he's looking to create history on a number of fronts there on Sunday. So a win would lift him to being the highest earning racehorse of all time. So he's already an 8-time Group 1 winner, and he's chasing 3 straight wins in this race, something that has never been done before. He's a 16-time winner overall. He won a Cox Plate, he won a Hong Kong Gold Cup, and he used Cedar Kinnan. So he is all class, and he's a deservedly short price favourite. Dangers, they look to come from the Japanese horses. So Tastiera, to be ridden by Damon Lane. He's ridden the horse once in the past for a victory. He's classy. He tends to race on top of the speed and make his own luck, and there is improvement in this horse from last start. And then you've got Liberty Island, who's one of the more interesting runners in the race. Given that we know she is stacked with quality, she burst onto the scene. We haven't seen a lot of her recently, and she was a touch disappointing last time out, but did return from a bit of a lengthy layoff. So she's a daughter of Yankee Rose, a name that would be familiar to a lot of Australian punters. But Romantic Warrior, of course, hard to beat. The Hong Kong Vase over the 2,400 metres, and this is where, without a fight, will hopefully fly the Australian flag. So he returned there from a year on the sidelines with a tendon injury. That was in the Champions Stakes over the 2,000 metres. He worked home nicely behind V. Sistina and a race-fit Tissue. Arapaho has come out and already franked that form line. Anthony and Sam Friedman, a couple of very astute trainers, are pretty happy with where this horse is at in terms of his campaign. And looking at him throughout the week, he's been one of the track work stars out here at Sha Tin. Dubai Honour, another name very familiar with Australian punters. He'll be hoping there is a little bit of sting out of the ground. I don't think he'll get that, but we know how effective William Haggis is with training his horses, not only at home, but also globetrotting around the world. So Tom Marquand rides there. Stellenbosch, the 3-year-old Japanese filly, she deserves a stack of respect. She's got all the upside in the world and has form around Ascoli Pacino. And then you've got Luxembourg, a 4-time Group 1 winner. He ran a narrow second to Romantic Warrior in the Hong Kong Cup last year. And Aidan O'Brien has to be respected when he does travel. The Hong Kong Sprint over the 1,200 metres. Now, Lucky Swain S won this race as a $1.30 chance 12 months ago. Ka Ying Rising could be even shorter. Be fascinating to see how short he is on the totes, because he's the name on a lot of people's lips. So I can't wait to see him. He lit up the track last start. He broke the track record, a long-standing track record, and he is all upside. He's going to be really short, but rightly so. If you're playing the multiples, your duets, your trifectas, maybe look at How Deep Is Your Love, who has plenty of ground to make up on Ka Ying Rising from last start, but he was a sectional star, albeit suited by a fast run race, but he really hit the line, so I expect him to run well. And then you've got Starlust, the American horse there, last start Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint winner. That was over 1,000 metres and the margin was only narrow, but it was a big win. He wasn't entitled to get home given where he was in the run. So the story of the race there is Ka Ying Rising, of course, completely different to the Hong Kong Mile. This is the most open race across the card. So Soul Rush is there representing the Japanese. You've got Antino. He looks to have found the right race at the right time, and although he took in his surrounds, he took a while. He's quite a flighty horse by nature. Speaking to Tony Golan, he has finally settled in, and he too has impressed in his track work. So if he can find that Turak form, he's hard to beat. Voyage Bubble, Lazat, Docklands, and on the topic of track work stars, Janta Manta. He was hard to miss in his orange headgear, but he lit up the track throughout the week, so I expect him to run well. It's going to be a huge day of racing at Sha Tin on Sunday. Tune into the Sky Racing Network to see all the action.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.